when I speak from the point of view of young people because I really like young people a lot. I connect with them, and I'm also a young person, so I'm not
Also,
speaking.
not.
Yeah, but yeah, so sometimes I mean, like even the Gen Zs, when we speak and connect, and recently uh, there was a time I was in my university I graduated from. So we had a program. I was connecting with all of them. We're just laughing, and something happened, and I was just telling them, over 10 years ago I was there. They're like, wow, you're looking so young because even if in secondary schools I engage them and I talk with them because they're actually the future for what our economy would look like, and we have to key into their visions. And I see a lot of them. Nigeria has one of the highest potential for um, entrepreneurs working digitally. Over 65% of our population, people below 30 years. So this is a huge figure across the world, and is also fast rising. So most of the times I put the context in that. So just to answer your question, young people have to start thinking that and understanding that um, if you want to make a living, especially out of your creativity online, you have to have the right mindset about um, taking advantages of what you can get on the internet. And let me break this down. Um, I'm a professional digital marketer, which I started off.
Yeah, I think we're getting. I think we're getting there now. The business part. It really
Yes,
excites me.
yes, I'm a professional digital marketer, and so because of my knowledge in digital marketing and branding, and how I understood uh, how technology was evolving and social media and all of that. So I bring that knowledge into everything we do. And when I get a chance to speak to online entrepreneurs like this, I tell them that technology or the internet or social media is not a solution, right? Technology is just a tool to help kind of transform your vision. So it is an enabler. It enables what you have in mind to get to a wider audience. But you have to understand how to take use of the advantages, right? So if you are a forex trader, for example, you're already working online, and the next thing you can do is to have an approach of building your networking skills. So just the way you network online, physically with people, that's how you get to connect with people online. You don't just think that because you have these skills, everybody is going to come to give it to you. You have to now be strategic. You have to know people to connect with. You have to know people to follow. You have to know where you're putting your energy into, right? So you have to know the kind of content you're engaging with. So when you even start from there, now you start to see that you start organizing yourself and getting the right audience. You have to engage with people. People, the factor of people is what runs the world. When you understand that people are the ones you are engaging with, you're serving, that you're actually going to make this money from, so you now start from that point.
Yeah. This is really amazing. And looking into this deeply, right? You know, if you watch, there's a guy, a colleague, Dax. It's called Dax. If you look, he doesn't have that much, digital approach in, creating some things, But if you look at Billord, he's also into tech, and he knows how to, digitalize everything. He knows how to communicate on marketing and everything.
Okay.
So I think in a way that he's doing this, he also knows about marketing properly. He knows how to market his product, knows how to do everything. So that's what I'm saying, right? So that's what I'm saying. When you don't have a capital, for example, let's go to the upcoming entrepreneurs right now. You don't have a capital. You don't have a capital at all to start something doing. But you have that talent. You have that career, right? You have that career to do something. Now, how or what would you trade to build something impactful?
Great.
Yeah.
That's an amazing question. Listener, you want to say
You
something?
want to say anything?
Okay, so the question is, what do you trade? Right? You don't have the capital.
You don't have the capital. So what would you trade to build something that's
Okay.
very, very impactful?
There is a very big secret about volunteering, right? I don't have the capital, but I have the skill sets. I have the ability. So I go to places where I think my ability will be needed, and I volunteer. For those of you viewing, volunteering is basically putting yourself out, not necessarily because you want pay, but because you just want to render your service. So volunteering, it's for free. That's the sacrifice you have to take as someone who's starting up something. You know, at the beginning, it may not be all capital intensive. You volunteer, you put yourself out there, you do your stuffs for free until you get to the point where people know your worth and your value. Then you start monetizing.
That's really amazing. That's
Yes.
really amazing.
So I agree with you, and to also say that now speaking to creatives, right? And recently we launched the African Climate Creatives Fellowship, and is currently one of the biggest call for fellowship this year across Africa. And yesterday we just announced the fellows from over 25 African countries that will be part of this program, and it's going to be for the next 6 weeks. And also, what we are also teaching them is the business aspect, because a lot of them are creatives. They are creating big stuff across in the countries and the communities, and we are opening up their minds to see how they are able to scale, right? And even though maybe finance and funding is always an issue in everything, right? So even if you that's also another part. So another capital is your ability to be able to have people to partner with you, right? Your ability to be able to sell your ideas. And that is sometimes more capital than even finance. When you have people who believe in you, when you have people who believe in what you do, and they see that you're committed to doing what you're doing, and you're also looking at learning, investing so much time in learning and being better at what you do. You see, these links just come together, and that's why I started off with purpose. People see beyond what you say, right? People see, they look at your work, and there are lots of competitions out there. Whatever you want to do now, a lot of people are doing it already. So it's your ability to find a
How to
niche.
scale, yeah.
Yes, and that niche is what I call your story. That is now your own identity, right? So you see, sometimes I used to watch some videos on TikTok where you see like a boss who just closes his eyes, and then people will line up behind him, and then they'll be speaking like, okay, can you recognize this voice? And I'll be like, no, yeah. So it's just like that. Our voices are unique, even if we don't think that if all of us come together and speak, we sound in different unique ways,
Yes.
even if we have the same accents, right? So you have to have a niche you create for yourself. You have to be consistent. You don't just start off today and then you have to be organized. You have to now see yourself not just about having maybe, yes, having mentors are good. You have to have people who you're trying to model what they've done, and then you do it in your own way. So yeah, I'm beginning to sound like a motivational speaker, but
So, but yeah, that's really amazing. But that, right? You know, I have a question. You know, I have a very amazing question. And this question is something every other person out there, the aspiring entrepreneurs, would love to also ask. You understand? I believe you've had a level of some kind of level of businesses. You've done some things before. You've gone to university, had a lot of things done in your life, and you've seen a lot of things as well. Yeah, you've controlled more things as well. So we want to know.
we realize that yes, there are a lot of opportunities for grants and funding, but the idea and the narrative we want to push about Africa is that we are self-sufficient to